Let's make this Valentine's dinner for two, including wine and dessert for under $15. First, we're going to grab some broccoli. I actually thought this was $1.97 each, but it was per pound, so it was like a lot less. Then we're going to grab this cooked ham from the can section. And we're going to grab an instant potato pack. I found this one for 98 cents, but you can grab your favorite, whichever one you prefer. We're going to grab some butter. If you already have butter, then you don't need to worry about this. And let's see, we're going to grab some pudding. This had no price, so I had to wait till we rang it up. For our wine, we're going to go and grab this little Boda box. I actually enjoy box wine. And then we're going to grab some whipped cream. This one was $1.07. And that brings our total to $14.22 in total with tax. So this is what we have to work with. You'll need about an hour, okay? So first we're going to start with our cooked ham. So this is fully cooked, but we're going to make it a little nicer. We're going to put it in a pan, and we're going to give it a little bit of a score. And then what we're going to do is we're going to melt a tablespoon of our butter, and we're going to pour it on top. Now, if you have brown sugar already in your home, go ahead and top this with brown sugar. If you don't have it, don't worry. It'll still be delicious once you bake it at 350 for an hour. We're trying to brown it and caramelize it. It's already cooked, but we're just zhuzhing it up. Now we're doing our mashed potatoes by instruction. I added Italian seasoning. It did nothing. Don't add this. It was an experiment, and it didn't do anything for this. So you don't need to do that. It was just 2 cups of water with the packet, and you go ahead and give it a stir, and it's pretty instant, as the packet says. Again, ignore the seasoning I put in. That really did not do much. Now we're going to use a tab of our butter, and we're going to add in our broccoli that we cut up. So I decided to cut the broccoli in kind of long stems. Basically, I just feel like the longer the stem, the fancier it looks, and maybe I'm just a little delusional. I also added just salt, pepper, and a sprinkle of red pepper. If you don't have red pepper, don't worry about it, or if you don't like spicy, don't worry about it. It's just a little extra you can add, but it's not necessary. So again, I just cut up the head of broccoli in these kind of long forms. If you need a video on how to do that, just let me know. But again, I'm just sauteing it over medium for about 5 to 10 minutes until it's nice and browned. This also prevents the vegetables from getting mushy, so they're nice and tender. But have a nice bite. Next, we're going to prepare our wine. The Boda box actually gives about 1.5 glasses per person, about 3 glasses in total. So I think this is absolutely perfect for a little Valentine's date night. And we're going to prepare our dessert. So our pudding packs had 4 in the pack that we bought. So we're going to do 2 pudding cups per dessert. I'm using a fancy glass here, but you can use anything. You can put it in a normal glass. You can put it in a bowl, whatever you prefer. I am giving this a little help to pat down into the glass, kind of get into those grooves. And we're going to go ahead and top it with our whipped cream. Now, what's great about this is you can kind of zhuzh it up with whatever you have. Do you have extra fruit from your kids' lunch? Add it on top. Do you have a chocolate sauce that you put into your coffee? Give it a drizzle. Do you have a little cinnamon you can sprinkle on top? Go ahead and do it. Or you can just leave it exactly like this. Give the whipped cream a little bit of a swirl. Get creative here. You can feel as fancy as you want with this. And see, it's just fine on its own. You don't need to add anything on top. I went ahead and just grabbed some baking cocoa powder that I had in my pantry. And I gave it a little bit of a sprinkle on top. You can also do like instant coffee, a little sprinkle of instant coffee on top. Again, you can leave it exactly like this, but if you want to just give it a little bit of a decoration, you have a lot of options. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and plate up our little Valentine's dinner. We're going to start with half of the potatoes. And we're just going to kind of spread these out a little bit, make a little bed for our ham and broccoli. Anytime I see people do this, I think it looks so fancy. Again, we're just giving it a little bed to work with. We're going to go ahead and plate half of our broccoli just right on the potatoes. Yum. I love broccoli with a bite. And then finally, this is our ham right out of the oven, scored with our butter and our brown sugar. But again, the brown sugar, if you don't have it, that's fine. It's still going to brown up nice. The butter's going to help it brown up and caramelize. So we're just giving this a little bit of a cut up. And here we go. So here is our Valentine's dinner for two, with wine, dessert, ham, potatoes, and broccoli. I hope you enjoy.